Good evening, everyone. Romney Smith at WTOC for the News Now, bringing you some stories that we're continuing to work on tonight and recapping some of the biggest ones that we covered all day today. Thank you so much for joining us. We're on various platforms right now. That includes our website, our apps, Twitter, Facebook, Amazon Fire, Roku, so lots of different areas you can reach us. Special shout out to those of you on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. You can actually leave a question or a comment there if you have a question. I'll do my best to answer it, and if I can't, no worries. I'll go back in the comment section afterward and get you a link to get you a little bit closer to your answer. All right, so we are actually starting with a man's body. A dead body was discovered this afternoon in Midway. Now, this came as a result of a joint investigation between the Richmond Hill Police Department and the Liberty County Sheriff's Office. The Liberty County Sheriff says the man's vehicle was discovered by a Georgia State Patrol helicopter in a wooded area off Islands Highway in Dorchester Village Road shortly before 1 p.m. When officers arrived at the scene, they discovered the body of a man who has not yet been identified at this point in time. Sheriff Sykes said an autopsy will be performed Wednesday, that's tomorrow, at the GBI Crime Lab in Savannah to determine the identity and the exact cause of death. So we will continue to follow that story and give you updates as soon as we get them available. Unfortunately, the state of Georgia had its first hot car death of a year, and it was a child less than 1 year old. Authorities in Camden County are investigating after they say a 7-month-old boy was found dead after being left in a hot car at the Quality Inn in Kingsland, Georgia. That is right on the Florida-Georgia border. No one is in custody right now. The Kingsland Police Department is handling the investigation. They say they are not releasing the child's name or relation to the 911 caller until the investigation is over. Again, a 7-month-old baby boy found dead inside a hot car at a Quality Inn in Kingsland. Very sad news to update. And you know, guys, I know it's not technically summer. That starts on Thursday, but if you've been paying attention to WTOC, our team of meteorologists have been saying it's been in the 90s with heat indexes of high 90s and low 100s. So it's really important if you have a kid, if you have a dog, check the back seat when you get out, because this is the first unfortunate death of the hot car this year. We know it happens every year, and so we don't want to report on this, but we do want to bring you the news, and this is certainly a preventable thing. Again, we do not know if there's any malicious intent in this particular investigation. It's still being looked into. As soon as we get more information, we'll pass it along to you. All right, WTOC actually has more information. This is a story a lot of you guys were interested in the Parking and Mobility Department employee that was suspected and arrested for mishandling money. Well, Ashley Swindle, a facilities supervisor, was arrested last week and charged with theft by taking charges. The city of Savannah had reported that the theft happened to the Savannah Police Department. An arrest warrant states that Swindle was accused of stealing a little less than $2,400 from the Bryan Street garage on January 13th and January 22nd. So now we know she stole a little less than $2,400, and as soon as they figured it out, they contacted police and she was promptly arrested. Switching gears, members of Congress are weighing in after President Donald Trump approved $85 million for the Savannah Harbor expansion project in the 2019 budget. That's a great thing for all of us locally. So the state of Georgia and the federal government are sharing the cost of the project. This year is the first time the federal government has budgeted enough money to help the state and keep the project on track. WTOC spoke with Senator David Perdue on the phone earlier today. He believes that this could be a good sign for the project when it comes to securing this particular type of funding federally in the future.
Well, I think it increases the probability that this administration will continue to fund at this level. This is an opportunity for us to grow exports. The Savannah port is the only port in the country that actually exports more than it imports.
Deepening of the outer harbor was complete in February. The next step will be to award a contract for the dredging of the inner harbor. I do have some comments on Facebook I want to get to you. Marie Woodard saying so sad. Shannon Dubberly saying it's just horrible in reference to the child, the 7-month-old boy that died in Kingsland. We certainly agree with you, and thank you for weighing in on our Facebook page. I also have a question from someone. Jennifer Nichols saying, does anyone know what happened Sunday on the Talmadge Bridge? Well, you know what? Ed Nahamic app answered you. Truck overturned, and that's correct. All right, switching gears. It was really hot today, and if you've been paying attention, you know it will only get hotter. Taking a look at the iPad, this is Jamie Erdel's account. She tweeted out this image. So at 10 p.m., it will be 90 degrees, so it's still really, really hot. We like to kind of cool down at night. Not so much right now, and look at the overnight temperatures. This is 1 a.m., 4 a.m., it dips down to 77 degrees at 7 a.m. and then it spikes right back up to about 95. Tomorrow, the heat index in a large swath of our community will be in the triple digits. They are calling it a first alert weather day. It will be very hot. I cannot emphasize to you enough. Drink your water and stay inside if possible, unless you're planning to go to the beach. But even if so, drink your water. Please hydrate, especially to those of you from out of town. It is so easy to come to Savannah and just walk around and be enamored with all the beauty and the history of our city, go to the beach and enjoy it and forget to drink water. I'm telling you right now, you will dehydrate faster than normal. Please drink your water. We don't want to report on you. Speaking of heat safety tips, the National Weather Service reminding us to practice heat safety wherever we go. Of course, never leave kids or pets inside alone in cars. Stay hydrated, take breaks if you work outside. Limit any strenuous outdoor activities, and of course, check on the elderly, sick, and those without AC. Hey, speaking of people without AC, we want to keep our seniors cool this summer, so you can donate a new box fan. We don't want your old stuff that's kind of broken. Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can drop those off at Senior Citizens Incorporated at 3025 Bull Street. Again, they only want new boxed fans. You might have one laying around. They're pretty cheap if you want to buy one, because we want to make sure that our local senior citizens are able to stay cool this summer, because we know it's hot. And for those of you staying up late tonight, looking forward to the 11 p.m. WTOC News. WTOC's Danielle Lawan has a preview of the story that she's working on right now.
The Savannah Port is the fourth largest and fastest growing port in the United States. The groundbreaking recently for the Savannah Port Logistics Center, why they strategically placed that and how could it affect your traffic commute. I'll have those details for you tonight on the news at 11.
All right, looking forward to that. That will be tonight on the CBS affiliate in Savannah. That is us, WTOC. I'm always looking at Facebook to see if you have any questions or comments. You guys weighed in. Thank you so much for joining us. I certainly appreciate it. Sophie Freeman with the last major comment saying, at a hotel, leaving a child in a car, crazy people leave them in a car. No excuses for that. Sorry, a lot of people would agree with you. Thank you guys for those of you who tune in. I certainly see the Bitmojis and emojis. Calvin Lenev, Ashley Jones watching from Statesboro. We certainly appreciate that. Larry Joyner, Sharon Dubberly, Jennifer Gilstrap, Zelly Wise. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. Hey, and if you want more of a breakdown on how hot it's going to be, 9 p.m. Jamie Earl will be here with a more specific breakdown of the weather. Until then, you can always reach us online at WTOC.com, as well as our social media pages. That's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and probably some others out there as well. Anyway, I'm going to head home, guys. Have a safe night.